Hello, this is Kathy Peck of Tea and Stamps, and today I have a really quick and easy card for you. And there's no DSP in this card, which I usually use DSP a lot, but today we're going to be using vellum and a die cut background. So here's my little card, and I used the Apple Harvest stamp set. This stamp set I used this image here that I stamped on the vellum, and I will show you how I did that. And then the Thanks for Your Kindness stamp set. This stamp set does have a coordinating die that's available this month only. And I will link all that in the blog post as well as in the Facebook or YouTube video. But here we go. Alright, so here it is. It's pretty cute, I think. I like that. So let me show you some of the things I used to make this card. First, it's the stitched greenery die. And this die is actually leaves an impression, a die cut impression. Look at that. Oh, it's really stuck on this magnet. So let me get it off here. It's really pretty. It leaves a pierced, just a pierced image. It's gorgeous. I like it a lot. So that's that one. And then the Stylish Shapes dies. I used two of the label dies from that. These, oops, I can't close that. I'll close that later. But the Stylish Shapes dies, I recommend for anybody to have in your collection. Look, it's circles, stitched squares, and then 4 banners. If you had to buy an individual punch for each of these circles and square sizes, you were talking probably $200 or $300. This is just a set of dies that are like in the 30s, I believe. I couldn't quote you exactly, but I highly recommend these. Very nice dies. Alright. And then the vellum. This vellum came from a little pack. Stampin' Up! This year issued a Lovely Layers vellum pack. And the vellum has just plain sheets and then sheets with images or on them. Circles, dots. This one, which is shadows or mountains, and greenery. It's really pretty. I think that's it. So I like that they're pre-cut. They fit right on a card. You can just put one of these on a card, stamp a sentiment in the middle, and call it a day. So let me get these back in this little packet. And I'll show you what I did. I used the largest stamp, and today I'm using gray granite. And you just stamp on here, and then you put it aside to dry. And I accidentally stamped on here earlier, but I was able to wipe it off. So I just flip it this way. And then, since this stamp is so big, I like to ink it up like this. Make sure I get everything covered. And that's it. And then set it aside to dry. It takes a little bit of time, but just be patient, or you could speed it up with your heat tool, but I just like to let it dry on its own. Alrighty. Now, let's get to the important parts. Getting this card made. So here's my pre-stamped image. And this is the stamped side, but I'm going to layer it like this, because that way if anybody should accidentally grab it with wet fingers, it won't mess up the ink. Alright. So then I have my stitched greenery layer that I'll trim down. My card base is 11 by 4 1/4. This is gray granite, scored at 5 1/2. And then I need 2 white layers, one for the liner and one for the outside. And they're both the same size, 5 1/4 by 4. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with the allergies. Oh, it's been awful. Although I can say we've been having some really nice weather. Cool weather. Alright, this is going to get cut down. I wrote it down here, and of course I covered it up. It's going to get cut down to 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. I cut the vellum and the greenery to the same size. So first I'm going to cut this side off. And this cutter is giving me fits. I don't know why. Okay. Just have to push really hard. Alright, so there's that. That's my first layer. And then my vellum layer, I'm going to cut the same. I think I want to leave these bits in. And I'll show you how I attach the vellum too. I use the Tombow glue very carefully. I think we'll go. No, I think I want to go this way. Keep changing my mind about how I want this to show. Alright, cut off that. And cut this end by 4.5. So again, that's 2.5 by 4.5. So these two layers are the same. Now we can start with the glue. I have my Tombow in my little itty bitty bottle that I just admire. Alright, and this should fit. Ooh, yes it does. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. This other one, I layered it on the side. I'm going to put this on the bottom and trim off the excess. A little extra gob of glue come out of here. Let me see if I can catch that. Maybe not. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, just lay that on here. I love the texture on this that this die gives you. Trim off this. Okay, then that is it for the inside, unless you want to stamp sentiment on the inside, but I'm one to leave my cards blank on the inside. Okay, here we go. Now I am using a new microphone today, so I hope I'm not blasting my way into your house, but I just felt that the microphone on my camera wasn't picking up very well anymore for whatever reason. Alright, so these two, I want to have them kind of off, you know, askew. So what I'm going to do is put 2 drops of glue on the vellum over here and that will be covered up with the sentiment. And then I will show you how I secured the rest of it to the card. Okay. So that's going to hold these two together. And then I will glue this down. I'm so froggy today. Sorry about that. Oh, that's not me, that's my dog right there. Okay, and what I did then is I just lifted the vellum corner and just on the clear part, just added a little drop of this Tombow and then smeared it with my finger till it was pretty clear and stuck it down. And that worked really well. That worked really well on my first card. And I know it's going to work just as well on this one. So just a tiny, tiny drop, say that, and not even a bubble's worth, and just stick it down. And I'll do this corner up here since it wants to pop up, so and just touch it with your finger and pop it down there. It's like all the corners want to pop up after you start. There, look. I think it came out pretty good. Now I'm going to stick this on the front of my card. I consider this, you know, really easy peasy. The hardest part of this is just getting everything cut. And once you get it cut, it just comes together so quickly. I mean, this would be a great card for like mass production. You do the stamp your vellum and just wait patiently as it dries. And while it's drying, you can cut all your papers. There we go. Now for the sentiment, I have this little banner, and that's in gray granite. And then I stamp the sentiment. Oops, I'm dropping this everywhere. Thanks for your kindness, and I just apply a little strip of glue right there. Center it on here, and then we're going to stick some dimensionals on there to put it on the card. Oops. My fingers are just a tad bit sticky. Oh, and just when I'm done with this card, I want to show you my new tool caddy that I have put together. I actually built it from chipboard covered in paper. I had some old designer paper laying around. Not this one is not done with Stampin' Up paper. It's some other paper that I had. And so I made one, and then I've made 6 or 5 more because I need them for my classes. Alright, here we go. So I'd like to show that to you real quick. I think is that straight? Yes, that's straight. There it is. That is how fast that comes together. Like I said, the longest part is waiting for the ink to dry. But that is a really sweet card. It would look good in any color. Alright, so let me show you my fabulous little creation here. This is it. This is my box. I'll take everything out. I have dimensionals and paper, all kinds of glue, my pencils, my pokey tool, tear and tape, stamp and seal, glue dots, more glue, and then these are my little modular inserts that I made to put in here so I can take them out and rearrange them. And this is it. My little chipboard box, 5x5 with 2. This is like I think 2.5 inch sides. The newer ones I made with smaller sides, and you can see I made some errors there and ripped paper, but that's it. And this is how it all goes back together. So you just stick everything in and set it on the table. And the other ones that I made, the modules, are just a little, well, that doesn't go there, that goes there, this goes there, a little bit different. So, and it's just all scraps, scrappy stuff hanging around. Good for pencils, pens, my pokey tool, and my, what is that? Oh, my little tool, I forget what it is. Oh, take your pick tool, that's what that is. And my bone folder. And I have this extra space here for like small scraps of paper, dimensionals, you know, like these little dimensional packs we get with Paper Pumpkin. You can put that in there. So that's it. So I'm pretty tickled about that. I like how it came out. Alrighty then. So I hope you give these a try. Let me know if my microphone works really well or not at all. So anyway, thanks. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you choose to do so. Bye.